Alright, everybody. One, picture might look different than my other videos because I finally have a new phone. The old Huawei P20 Pro finally gave up the ghost, so I have a Pixel 6. So far I'm loving it, but still getting used to this camera and how it acts and looks and where everything is. I used to know on the P20 more like where I could actually hold the camera and where the shot would end up on, and this still getting used to it. Anyways, uh, so there's an Amazon box here. If you've watched my other videos, you know that I like D&D. I'm what I guess what you'd call a nerd. I like Magic the Gathering. I like, you know, Pokemon. I like gaming. I like you name it. Love all that stuff. I've been playing D&D for about 20 years. Um, and I know that I probably don't look it, but I have been playing D&D for 20 years. Uh, I learned 3.5 edition, and that's basically what I've played ever since. Now, obviously, they've come out with other editions. They've come out with Pathfinder, things like that, and never really caught my attention. And if you notice, if you go looking, Pathfinder kind of caught on, but pretty much everything else dried up and died. Everybody goes back to 3.5 until they came out with 5th edition. I looked at it kind of, it's alright, it's okay. Could be better, I don't know. Right? Well, if you don't try new things, you never learn, you never grow. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. And I found that some friends who I had introduced to D&D with 3.5, well, books for 3.5 are really expensive and PDFs kind of suck. So they could find 5th edition books. Guess what they were playing? That's right, I found a play group now that I inadvertently made, essentially, albeit for 5th edition. I started looking and I made a character. It's a half-orc monk. I can go into more detail in another video about it. But I made a character. And I started thinking, PDFs are terrible. They are god-awful. Trying to, find the page, and the page number never matches up with the page number on the PDF, and trying to quick reference things, it's bad news. It's just, ugh. So, as we all know, technology listens in on what we're doing in life. And guess what? It heard me say D&D 3.5 and that I was building a character, apparently. Because in this box is a full set of Player's Guide, or Player's Handbook, DMG, Dungeon Master Guide, and Monster Manual. All sold by Wizards of the Coast on Amazon. 130 Canadian. Really not bad, I don't think. So, let's open it up and see what this thing looks like. Trying to be extra careful because obviously books. It's also supposed to come with a screen, and the books are supposed to have foil covers, which the book lover in me kind of nerds out over that a lot. Okay. Well, so far so good. That looks neat. Alright. D&D books are always heavy. It's got a nice little box with it. That's obviously the screen. Got my players, monster manual, DMG. Alright, well, let's see if I can get this to stand there. And very carefully with this knife. Very carefully, because this thing's wicked razor sharp. Cut this plastic so I can get into this thing. Other than my 3.5 Player's Handbook and my Races of Stone 3.5 expansion, it'll be the only new D&D book I've ever bought, actually. Yeah, it's a little scuffed. Yeah, a little scuff, but not too bad. Like that matte to gloss there, that's kind of cool. Alright. Let's see, can I get this out gracefully? One-handed. So we got our players. Oh yeah, it is foil. Hang on a second, let me see if I can get some light. Yeah. See if that'll kind of show up. It's hard to see on the camera. You can kind of get a little bit of it in that on their hand there. Yeah, that's cool. It's nothing nothing overly dramatic, but cool enough. Monster Man touch from coming in. No, that's something in the center of that, of the cover, that's kind of messed up a little, but it's only from the light. You can see it raking across. It's alright. Even if you can't see the foil really well, it gives it a kind of cool matte texture though. Or like satin, I guess it'd be. And you got the screen. Try and do this all one-handed. So this, for those that don't really play, the idea is everybody's sitting around a table, and this is the DM, or the GM, whatever, the person running the game, has this in front of them. And they've got all their papers here, all their notes, and, you know, Bobby's sitting here, Timmy's sitting there, and Sally sitting here can't see what's coming up or how many hit points are left or what have you. The other kind of cool thing is it's got all these quick reference tips and whatnot. So stuff like if somebody wants to do a long jump, what it actually means, these, you know, the stat conditions, blinded, charmed, invisible, paralyzed, prone, basic DCs for, you know, to set, which is cool. Like that's actually epic, really, that it's got that actions in combat for if people are asking and whatnot. That's fantastic to have, because I think I've said it before in other videos about 3.5, and 5th would be no different. That really, you should have a rough skeletal outline of what's going to happen in the game when you're running it, and then you wing it from there. Because what the players are going to be doing, there's no way for you to anticipate everything. So having stuff where, you know, you were never anticipating a rooftop chase scene, perhaps, and guess what? You're in a big city and the players end up doing that, and now you've got to figure out stuff like long jumps, high jumps, things like, incapacitated, could be, you know, being prone, could be being unconscious, just looking around at some of the stuff, you know, different cover effects, and that you didn't have that planned. So instead of being, guys, just wait a second, let me look this up. It's cool that this is all right here as quick reference for you. Just go, yeah, you're hiding behind the chimney? Yeah, you're hiding behind the chimney. So you've got, let's see, how much cover do they have? Instead of actually having to dig through a whole book. But yeah, so that's cool. I like that. I really do. And it's nice artwork too. It's great. All right, everybody. So that's sort of, I guess, an unboxing video of this pack from Amazon. There, that it's sold by Wizards of the Coast, so it's an official D&D pack. Yeah, definitely worth it, I'd say. All right, everybody. Guess we'll talk to you later, and let me know if you want to hear about the character that I'm brewing up in my head for this game, and yeah, talk to you guys later.